up at 56%. And Carroll, known as the junkyard dog for his hustle style.
Really an athletic energy guy, Kevin. I mean, he can rebound, he runs, he finishes around the rim. He's always a hard worker. So no surprise that he's been able to expand his game, be more complete offensively.
Here's Carroll following the three by Detroit. He dishes it to Dragic. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Raptors surprised people in a lot of ways last season. Number one for me was just how strong they were on the road.
And, you know, that's hard to do for a team like the Raptors, who had new parts injected mid-season. To come together and win the way they did on the road, boy, that's impressive.
That one is off. Well, to illustrate how good the Raptors were on the road, Steve, last year they finished with a 22-19 road record.
And in perspective, that was the same record that the Heat had last year, and it was actually a game better than the Pacers. So the Raptors played very well on the road.
And the second free throw, good. It's been a while since the Raptors were legitimately viewed as a threat in the East, but last year they were one of the top teams.
Yeah, and that was in a year, Kevin, where everybody assumed one of the New York teams would win the Atlantic. The Raptors were able to secure that division, and they're going to be a team to be reckoned with going forward.
And it all came together mid-season for the Raptors. They saw an opening in their division, and in the East they took it.
Shooting for Detroit, David Logan. At the line for one.
That's good for Moncrief.
You know, it was really a strong in-conference record for the Raptors, and even though they bowed out of the playoffs to a division foe, they really did show they are one of the teams in the East to be feared this year.
Here's Carroll. Here's Mr. Moves. Raptors moving the ball around. Here's the bulldozer. And that one's good. The bulldozer's got his second basket of the game. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And I think he believes that if he takes some time here to kind of talk things over, it'll be well served for this club.
And, you know, maybe this gives him an opportunity to toy around with some of their game plan while he has their attention during this break in the action.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Stan Van Gundy said to the team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. Also, he was just as passionate when he told them that they needed to put everything they have into their offensive rebounding. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now here's Dragic. 10 points for him. Here's Mr. Moves. Again, Toronto.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Moncrief against Dragic. Deflects the pass. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. An easy layup after coming off the pick. Dragic has got 12 in the game.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Here's Smith. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. 12 points for him.
Well, this is what he does. He's shooting it well. He's scoring a lot of their points, getting them in front.
Toronto calls timeout.
Josh Smith signed by the Pistons last year to that big 4-year, $54 million contract. You know, the fit was problematic, particularly on the front line trying to play next to Andre Drummond and Greg Monroe. I think it's important for Smith to have shooting around him. Otherwise, teams just sag off and they take away his driving lanes.
Dragic against Moncrief. Doubled by Smith. Dragic dishes to Carroll. Pass to Fields. Shot from 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
Well, you feel badly for Josh Smith. It's hard to feel sorry for a guy when he's making as much as he is and he's as talented as he is. But he's been playing at the small forward, and that sometimes exposes his deficiencies as a player because he tends to rely too much on the perimeter shot. Last season was his worst in terms of scoring efficiency.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Oh, how about that, basketball
Wasn't that
fan?
beautiful?
Wow. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
No good off the back of the rim.
Even though he missed it, he couldn't pass up that chance.
Yeah, that's an easy jump shot. You got to take that one.
Fields the pass to Dragic. Passes it to Mr. Moves. Shot off the pick. The rebound by Grant.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
Outside Jennings. The dish to Moncrief. Out to Smith. Back to Moncrief. The three. Second chance shot. Oh, that's blocked. And finally they hit one. And the Pistons lead by 9. For Toronto, they've gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. To the wing right side. Here's Mr. Moves. Rebound, Detroit. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Jennings for 3. He shoots again, and it's good on the layup. He has 6.
He's enjoying himself today, guys. We knew going in that he'd have the upper hand on the glass, but I didn't think it would make this much of a difference.
Dragic the pass to Mr. Moves. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got 3 assists now in this one. Pistons leading by 9. Smith with a screen on Dragic. Screen by Smith, and they call an illegal screen here.
Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Baines is checked in, and it's Johnson in for DeMarre Carroll. Detroit's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. This is to Grant. He kicks it to Olynyk. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Johnson. And Steve, you mentioned the new luxury tax, and Clark and I talk about it all the time. It's an incremental system. Clark, you know, it starts at 150% above the $15 million over the cap. The tax is 325%.
And Kevin, that's before you get into the repeater penalties. If a team pays the luxury tax 4 out of 5 seasons in a row, you tack on another 100%. Those numbers could even affect big market teams.
First one falls for him.
Amir Johnson drafted straight out of high school back in 2005, now in his 10th season in the NBA, and he's only entering his prime now.
Kyle Singler's checked in for Grant. The Raptors also changing it up. Caboclo, he's checked in for Landry Fields. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Goran Dragic. And both free throws good for Johnson.
And, you know, I'm all for young players going to college to develop, not only athletically, but socially and personally. But Amir Johnson is an example of a player who came straight out of high school, didn't play a whole lot at first, but has continued to work and has really rounded into a valuable player now.
And it's Mitchell missing. Raptors trail by 7. Now here's Lin. 6 points for him. Johnson the screen. Vasquez kicks to Lin. And the Raptors miss again. And Amir Johnson, quietly one of the Raptors' best players. Steve, a very good player at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, he's a plus-minus stud for this team. He's a high-percentage scorer who also defends at a very high level. So this is a good two-way player.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Joseph. Again, the miss by the Pistons. Raptors trail by 7. Inside. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Jeremy Lin, as you would expect, focused on addressing his weaknesses, trying to get better with his left hand, passing, dribbling, and finishing. Even his mental approach, training himself to expect success and to keep that next play mentality.
No good on that one. And Steve, the other thing that Lin has worked to improve is his defense.
Yeah, well, you look at his rate of steals and blocks, it's pretty good. And then, the biggest thing for him is just staying in front of his man. That's so tough to do these days in the NBA with so many lightning-fast point guards. But Lin has worked hard to improve in that area, and I think it's really paid off for him.
And he's good on the second.
Jeremy Lin is a bit of a scoring point guard. He's best with the ball in his hands, but not necessarily an elite scorer or playmaker. He's trying to broaden out his game so he can play off the ball as well. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
And here's Vasquez. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Lin kicks to Vasquez. And again, Toronto no up.
And to become better playing off the ball, Jeremy Lin has to improve as a spot-up shooter. He's actually been shooting better off the dribble, but the catch and shoot is something he'll continue to work on.
Here's Olynyk. No good. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. Outside, Lin. Left side, Lin. Here's Vasquez. Yes! And a nice assist from Lin. And Jeremy Lin working with the shooting coach, Clark, to develop his outside shot.
Yeah, he's actually tweaked his release to get the ball off more quickly on his way up. He's still below average from long range, but you know he's going to put the work in.
And so it's Detroit with the ball after Toronto got the three-pointer. Three-pointer, Martin, another three for Detroit.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere. I thought it might be a little imprudent to try to get those points right back, but it worked.
Now here's Lin. He's got 7. Out to the right wing. Vasquez kicks to Lin. And again, Toronto with the triple.
A wide-open three. They need much better communication defensively.
Pistons leading by 6. Now Joseph. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And there's the foul. It's called on Toronto. A different look here for Detroit. Smith checked in for Singler. Austin Day comes in for Martin. And it's Jennings in for Jody Meeks. And Toronto also making a switch. Patterson's checked in. Here's Joseph. He feeds it to Jennings. The jump hook and the basket by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 6. Here's Lin, trailing here by 8. In the corner, it's Patterson. Three seconds left. The shot misses.
Excellent interior defense there. Good rotations.
No doubt about it, Steve. He's a real presence inside. Takes up a lot of space.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review. And a moment here to look back at our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, no question, this was going to be the winner. Just take a look at the expertise he shows on this pass. Perfectly timed and beautifully placed.
We've got Moncrief. Smith out there with Austin Day. Then there's Jennings. That's the group for Detroit right now. Moncrief dishes to Day. Jennings drives in. It's hauled in by the Raptors. The Bulldozers got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
The Pistons making a change here. Grant's checked in. Pistons leading by 8. Moncrief, El Cid with it. Good! Moncrief's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Pistons. Moncrief against Dragic. Patterson setting the pick for Dragic. Here's the Bulldozer. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper.
Well, since we hit half number 2, he's finally come around. The first half was not his best, obviously.
It's Moncrief on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. Feeds it to Jennings.
Brandon Jennings so quick, a left-handed speed demon. You know, as quick as he is off the bounce, he's not as good of a finisher inside as you might expect. I think sometimes he makes those shots a little more difficult than they need to be.
And for Jennings, it's not just finishing at the rim. His percentages from mid-range and in between have room for growth too. He's tried to develop a floater, but working on those 1 or 2 dribble pull-ups should also be an area of focus for him.
The first one falls. We're talking about Jennings finishing inside. So much of that is a mastery of angles. Steve, I know you're really mesmerized by the whole study of angles and the way players attack certain defenses, finding that space where the shot blocker can't get to it.
Yeah, geometry, Kevin. It's fascinating. And, you know, he could benefit from watching a guy like Tony Parker. He's the master at beating the big man to the backboard by putting that shot up quickly to use the rim to protect his shot.
Fields a screen on Jennings, and Dragic has it in the corner. And again, Toronto with the triple.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
There's the pick. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dragic's the pass to Carroll. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Brandon Jennings. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pistons.
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all game.
Well, they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
The first free throw is good.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well.
Carroll hits them both.
Well, it's been a while since Motor City has seen the playoffs on the basketball court, and it just appears as though they've been stuck in neutral the last few seasons.
Smith, no good.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Got that one up quick. That's now 8 points for Mr. Moves.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense. Well, we've seen that more than a few times, an easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Dragic against Moncrief. Pass to Fields. Here's Mr. Moves. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot three-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
In the break, guys, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He said we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
Grant inside. Oh, trying for it. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And with Josh, it started as just a way to keep teams honest with his drive. But, Steve, last year he was taking threes at a record rate.
Yeah, and missing them at a career worst rate, which was the problem. I think for Smith it's important to rein in the three-point shot, to really focus on scoring inside, even the mid-range game where he's pretty good. But the three-point shot is not for everybody, that's for sure.
Radja the pass to the bulldozer. Here's Mr. Moves. They set the pick. Down low. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Clock at 6. Dragic with a wide open look. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Agreed, Clark. They've poured in 3 of the last 5 baskets on pretty open looks behind the arc.
Kicks it out to Jennings. This one for 3. Another miss by Moncrief.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second.
And the pass to Mr. Moves. Carroll for 3. Here's the bulldozer. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Check out the game for the bulldozer. 10 points and a block. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Pistons leading. Into Smith. It's tipped. Now here's Dragic. The feed to Carroll. And Fields kicks to Dragic. He dishes it to Fields. To take the lead, the bulldozer. Shot denied. Smith on the wing. Here's Mr. Moves. Over to the wing. Kicks to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Shot on the wing. And again, Toronto no luck. Pistons have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Jennings kicks to Smith. Blocked. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Pistons lead by 3. Toronto's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Toronto calls timeout. Moncrief against Dragic. Pass to Mr. Moves. Here's the bulldozer. And again, Toronto no up.
And the fadeaway was about his only option there. Really good defensive position.
It's back to Jennings. Pass Pass to Moncrief. Jennings kicks to Grant. Just 5 to shoot. Puts it up from 15. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Raptors trail by 3. And here's Dragic. And it's Fields in the corner. 13 feet away. And he gets it to go. 14 points for the Bulldozer.
Well, it's been a tale of two halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Moncrief against Dragic. Moncrief kicks to Smith. Fades away. And he gets it to go.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
And it's Fields in the corner. Here's Mr. Moves. Here's the Bulldozer. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. Detroit leading by 3. Now Moncrief. Smith with a screen on Dragic. Here's Moncrief. Hits it from 3-point range. Moncrief's got 26.
Boy, he's flipped the switch here in the fourth quarter. That's 3 of 4 shooting here.
Moncrief against Dragic. Out left to the wing. The dish to Carroll. 6 to shoot. Dragic's screen on Jennings. Nice job coming off that screen. And 11 points for Mr. Moves.
I'm sure that's a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in the first half.
Dishes it to Jennings. Now here is Smith. He's guarded closely. That's good. 20 points for him.
Boy, it's been a poor defensive effort. And that ball has gone inside into the post. They've been in trouble.
Yep, points in the paint clearly going against them now.
And the Raptors call time here. They're trailing by 5. 1:58 left to play here in the fourth. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the Bulldozer. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
That's a shot that he sometimes struggles with, but you can't fault him for taking it when the defense backs off like that.
Moncrief kicks to Smith. To the left wing. 6 to shoot. Jennings drives in from 13. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 7th rebound here tonight. On up the court. It's stolen by Smith. Fields against Grant. He kicks to Jennings. Pistons passing it around. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Dragic kicks to Carroll. Launches it. The rebound by Grant.
As a player, you always want to be able to answer back, but he just didn't have it in him that time.
And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Smith with the dunk.
So it looks like just playing the last bit of this game out in what should be a nice win here for the Pistons.
Agreed, Steve. One of the areas that has been critical for them, Clark, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
Huge factor. A lot of hustle leading to buffet style on the glass. Plenty of seconds.
I wish there was a buffet right here. Steve goes too, I'm sure.
And you see the contributions from the role players on the team. And boy, what a game it was for Josh Smith. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game.